Check out your new shoes.
My new magic shoes, hopefully.
Yeah, we just got our new shoes. They're Hoka's, right? Boots?
Yeah, Hoka-Kaha,
Yeah.
I think is the name.
Oh, I have to show you mine before they get dirty. So they're gonna be broken in? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
On the trail. So we left Mountain Harbor Hostel and Airbnb. We are disappointed. I made a reservation a few days ago. I originally wanted to do the bread and breakfast, but it didn't seem to be available at that time, which was strange because there's no one there. There was only other Nobo there. His name is Sam. He said his trail name is Shade, but he left really early this morning. But anyway, when we got there, it was we had to look for someone to go check in. The place is decent enough. They have hot showers, and it was nice because it was just Jeff and I early in the day. But what do you want to add, Jeff?
Well, hey, so let's stop for a second. You can go ahead and flip it. So, does that have us in there? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
So anyway, let's see. So yeah, it was advertised that they have like a food truck, so they have food there. They have a resupply there, and but when we showed up, their food truck, that was done. They didn't have that. That's not open. At least not now. It probably later will be open. The resupply there is really slim. Probably maybe the time of season they don't, but very little of anything in there and for the resupply. And then in order to get to town, it's like, I want to say another 2 miles before you can get to town, and they don't have any shuttles. There's no way to get to town.
And they have shuttle options on their website. Like,
yeah, on the website they have
kinds.
shuttle options. And when you check on the website to check in, it tells you that the food truck is there. They have a food truck and they have resupply and they have all these things until you get there. And then when you get there, then you find out, well, actually no, we just don't have those things.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah, not yet at least. So so that was a little disappointing. And so then we talked to the owner there, Shannon, and she said that she would drive us into town. She said, but
I'm not sure if Shannon's the owner now.
oh, not sure if Shannon's the owner. Sorry.
Yeah, but she was the contact.
Yeah, she was the contact. But anyway, so she told us that she would drive us to town. They don't normally do that, but we would need to hitchhike back. And if we couldn't find a ride, then at the last resort we would call her. So that's what we did. We went into they had a little grocery store, and we got some stuff there for our resupply. And right next to the grocery store, they got a steakhouse there. It was really good. So if you're coming in here and you're looking for a place to eat,
Rowan Mountain, Tennessee.
Yeah, in Rowan Mountain, Tennessee.
Americano steak.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Super cool owner though. The guy was really nice. He just seen us sitting out there waiting because we were waiting for it to open up. And he came out and asked us, and we talked to him for a little bit. And he asked us if we wanted any drinks or anything. And like, well, yeah. And so he gave us a drink menu, and I got a beer, and we just sat out there on the bench and, had a beer, waited for him to open. And then we had the food there. The food there was great. It was fantastic. And Thursdays,
I finally got pasta, not seafood pasta, but I got some good pasta.
She got her pasta. Thursdays is prime rib night. So if you're into prime rib, you want that, then Thursday would be the night that you wanted to go there. So anyway, we started to hitchhike back, and we tried a long time. We tried for like half hour more. Yeah. So trying
to look really pitiful.
Yeah, we did our best job with all these grocery bags and everything. Looked as pitiful as possible, and we had on loaner clothes, which made it even more pitiful. And finally, a young guy and his little daughter. They stopped and picked us up and gave us a ride out. Wish I would have got their names. They're from North Carolina, and he gave us a ride back to the hostel, and kind of told us. He says, "Yeah," I said, "most people, you know, they don't pick up too many hitchhikers around here because I guess they have a really bad drug problem." That's kind of how he was explaining it to us, how I understood it, and which I understood, but you know. That was cool. That was really cool of them, but I didn't get their name. I know they're from North Carolina. Him and his young daughter, really nice people. So whoever you are out there, thanks, man. Appreciate it. And yeah, but the hostel was not good. If you're gonna stay at the hostel, I wouldn't recommend getting a private room. We had the king. Was it the king?
That's what it's described in the
what was it? The
reservation. King room.
King room. And so the king room, it was kind of like a shelter, except it was like a really low ceiling shelter. So
you kept hitting your head.
Yeah. So I'm not tall, but I could only stand stand up straight at the very front 2 feet of the room. The rest of it sloped way back. And the head of your bed was like, I mean, you're like probably about a foot from the ceiling because of the way the ceiling slopes down. So you got to be pretty careful of that. So, and then they had just 2 double beds, and they were kind of set up Ward and June Cleaver style, you know, and but yeah, it was just really small. It was like a tiny little room. So I would say if you're gonna use it, don't even bother with the private room thing. Just use the
they have bunk
just
house.
just use the bunkhouse there. It's just right outside the private room anyway, so that's what we should have done, but we had no idea. So a little disappointed with that.
And no coffee.
Yeah, this morning every other hostel we stay at, they always have coffee. So you go down there and you can make coffee, you know, and they have like just complimentary coffee. So I go down there, zero. Now they had all the coffee pots and all the coffee machines and everything there, but zero coffee. So I had to drink some instant coffee this morning. Again, it's my trail coffee. But yeah, so that's about it. A little disappointed. Probably the most disappointing hostel stay yet so far. Yeah, but I mean,
and also I wanted to add, we got our package. It was sent there, so that was great. It was there. Our shoes were there, and I had to ship our other shoes to my mom-in-law, so I had to get a box. And the guy who takes care of the general store, he also works at the gas station at night, like midnight. And I had to wake him because I called Shannon. I said, when is the general store going to open? Because checkout is at 10 a.m. So I wanted to take care of the package. And I had to wake up the guy, and I felt so bad because I know he works nights. But I just felt like such an inconvenience, you know. If I knew that it was gonna be like that, I should have just went to the refuge hostel. They have another hostel here, but they don't have private rooms there. That's why I reserve it here. You know, they only have bunk rooms there. So yeah, disappointed. I think the hostel around the bend spoiled us.
Yeah. So
we had such a great experience with them that
that one has been the best. It's been the top, and the other ones have been good too. They've been decent. You know, they've been falling behind maybe in some little areas or whatever. You know, but been kind of decent. This one here was an absolute disappointment.
I think it's because maybe it's early in the season. I don't know.
I think it's probably early in the season, but one thing I would think, if it was early in the season and they didn't have anything ready or nothing was open when you get there, like you can't eat when you get there, and then you have to find your own rides places in order to get something to eat.
At least tell us.
Then just put that on the website, or don't open and wait, you know, just wait until you are ready to open instead of taking, you know, hostel guests and then just, you know, have them hitchhike to town or hitchhike back.
I've never hitchhiked,
which was really cool. It was nice. It was good. And now Mila wants to hitchhike everywhere. She was wanting. Once she seen how that worked, she was wanting to hitchhike into town for breakfast. So yeah, so that's about all we got for this morning. We're gonna get back to the trail. But one other little thing is, you notice I don't have my buff. Yeah. So apparently Mila lost her buff yesterday, and then took my buff.
No. I always she's
wearing my buff.
Nope.
And so now I don't have a buff. So she lost my hat, she lost my buff, and hopefully, you know, hopefully I can keep the rest of myself. I'll just keep her away from it. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here and quit yammering on and let you guys get back to the trail.
Anyway, so we are going to Mountaineer Shelter. I think that's what it's called, but I will have it written on the video so I can be sure of the name of the shelter. But it's only almost 9 miles from here. We like to do a shorter day when we take a, you know, we stay at a hostel the night before, just so we can
Well, we're coming
charge
out late
our,
anyway.
yeah,
And
charge our phones.
And we got full packs for our resupply. So we're
Yes. So our packs are heavier, but the good thing is we're gonna eat the food, so it's gonna get lighter.
We got lots of it this time.
Yes.
I don't have to ration it.
Yep. I've been starving Jeff because I keep telling him, don't buy that, it's too heavy.
The only thing I can buy is marshmallows and cotton candy.
But anyway, so yeah, that's our story for today. And
You might want to tell them why we have to resupply with town food, because we haven't gotten our resupply box in yet.
oh yeah, so our resupply from home won't be sent to us until we get to Damascus, which is in 5 days. That's our target. We're gonna be hiking more miles from here on, so
Especially if our magic shoes work.
yep, so we're hoping our shoes will help our feet. So far they have been good. So anyway, yeah, there's supposed to be some falls on our way to the shelter we're staying at tonight, so we'll try to show it to you. I'm not sure if you can see well because we're far, but those I don't know, flowers. You think those are flowers? They're kind of orange colors on those trees. First time I've seen them. If anyone knows what they are, we'll be interested to know. There's quite a few of them over there. Yeah, they have no leaves, just those. But anyway, it's warm today. A lot of these brushes are starting to have leaves, so, and we hear more birds too, so it will be very interesting to see the trail changes, the season changes. We are also hoping that we'll still see some rhododendrons in bloom up north. We have seen a lot of them starting to have buds. I heard that they start to bloom around the end of May and June. It will be so beautiful. See a lot of wild onions here. Okay, so there's .1 for Jones Falls, so we're gonna check it out and maybe have a snack while we're at it.
Wow. Are you filming?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, we're just around the corner here. I'm gonna take my pack off over there. We got a nice little swimming hole over here.
Oh, wow.
Good thing I need water. So I found the perfect spot to soak my feet in ice water. This water is so cold, it's like immediate pain, but it's beautiful. So I'm eating cookies, soaking my feet here at these poles. I gotta put them in again just for a minute. Oh my God. That is so cold. Oh, okay, no. It's actually painful. It's so cold.
Well, that was a nice little break. If you come this way, make sure you go to Jones Falls, just .1 from the trail.
And soak your feet.
And soak your feet. Feels like spring here with daffodils. Looks nice.